Well, the U.S. has agreed to provide $500 million in defense aid to the Philippines as part of Washington's ongoing efforts to counter Chinese aggression in the Indo-Pacific. The agreement was announced during a visit to Manila by U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken and Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin. Ira Spitzer reports for more.
Well, this is just the latest example of the importance which Washington places on the relationship with the Philippines because of the potential to try and influence Chinese aggressiveness in the region with that friendly relationship. Things changed significantly with when Ferdinand Marcos Jr. came to power in 2022. We've seen him come to the United States multiple times, as well as multiple visits by Secretary of State Blinken to the Philippines with this $500 million assistance for the Filipino military. This will go towards reportedly modernizing some of their forces, as well as other aspects of defense, such as cyber defenses, which is one area where countries could potentially be vulnerable to China, which has a very advanced cyber hacking capabilities. So this is part of a broader strategy, of course, by Washington. We've just seen Secretary of State Blinken in Japan, where they announced more cooperation with regard to the U.S. military facilities in that country. Of course, other nations such as Australia and others in the region are countries that the U.S. Is allied with and hoping to present this united front against China, with the big question with these sorts of things, such as what we're seeing in the Philippines, which is really directed towards Chinese aggression on some of those disputed territorial waters and islands. The big question is, will this actually change China's behavior in the region? We've seen, of course, this year, Filipino military vessels actually boarded in some cases by Chinese boats because of concerns that they have in those waters. So despite the U.S. pledges of financial assistance and also some sort of veiled threats of potentially coming to the aid militarily, if necessary, of the Filipino Navy, it's still unclear whether this will actually work to deter China's behavior at all, because, of course, China has put a tremendous focus on trying to establish some of these territorial claims in the Indo-Pacific. Reporting near San Francisco, Ira Spitzer for DD India.